My mother-in-law took my baby without telling me because I'm a bad mother. When I came home from my first day back at work, the house was empty. I called my husband in a panic and he said, "I think my mom took the baby out for a while." I never gave her permission. My heart nearly stopped because my mother-in-law had been criticizing my parenting since day one, always saying, "I know better because he's my grandson." When I tracked her phone's location, I discovered she had taken my 4-month-old baby almost 50 miles away to her house without my consent or knowledge. Things had been tense since I married John 3 years ago, but after our son was born, my mother-in-law's interference became unbearable. What started as helpful advice quickly turned into constant criticism and undermining. "You're holding him wrong. His neck needs more support. Why are you giving him formula? Breast milk is the only way. That's not how you change a diaper." When I raised my children, we did it properly. My husband would always say, "That's just how mom is. She means well," but I was slowly breaking down, doubting my abilities as a mother and falling into depression. That day, my first day returning to my job as a nurse, she deliberately waited until I was gone to make her move. I drove like a maniac to her house after tracking her location. When I arrived, she was bathing my baby in her tub without my permission. "What are you doing? How could you take him without asking me? Do you have any idea how terrified I was?" "Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'm just spending time with my grandson. Besides, you're too busy working to properly care for him. He needs his grandmother." "That's my decision to make. I am his mother. But you're a first-time mom with no experience. I raised 3 children successfully, and honestly, you can't possibly work full-time and be a good mother. Something has to give." Then she dropped the bomb that made everything clear. "John agrees with me, you know. He told me he's worried about your parenting, too." Something snapped inside me. I immediately called my husband and put him on speaker. "Your mother says you told her you're worried about my parenting. Is that true?" "What? I never said anything like that. What's going on?" "But John, you said..." "Mom, stop. I never gave you permission to take our son. You're hurting my wife, and I won't stand for it anymore." It was the first time my husband had truly stood up for me against his mother. Her face turned ashen as she realized her manipulation had finally backfired. That night, my husband and I had a long, honest conversation. He admitted he'd been avoiding conflict with his mother for years, even before we met. We decided to present a united front moving forward. The next day, he spoke firmly to his mother. "Mom, this has to stop. You crossed a major boundary by taking our son without permission. From now on, you need explicit approval from both of us before seeing the baby, and no unsupervised visits until you can respect our parenting choices." She cried and played the victim at first, but the threat of not seeing her grandson made her reconsider. It's been 6 months now, and while things aren't perfect, she's learning to respect our boundaries. My husband checks in with me before any family visits, and I feel supported for the first time. That terrifying day actually strengthened our marriage and taught us both to stand up for our family unit. Sometimes the hardest confrontations lead to the healthiest relationships. Have you ever had a boundary-crossing mother-in-law? Let me know in the comments.